Hey guys, my name's Yvette and welcome to my DIY channel, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to make a terrazzo styled incense holder and then a planter that has like a marbled look to it. And so yeah, let's just get started. For this project, we're going to make a marbled planter in the shape of an RV, and this is a mold that I got from Nicole. And then to make this, I'm going to use resincrete, and I got this on Amazon. The ratio of this resincrete is 100 grams of powder to 30 through 35 grams of water. I'm going to weigh out 300 grams of powder to start with, and I added in a little bit too much, so I'm going to take some away, and then I'm going to add in around 90 grams of water and mix it all up. If you ever try this stuff, make sure to mix it really well because it does tend to hold on to clumps of powder. I did feel like I needed some more product, so I added in 100 more grams of the powder and another 30 grams of water. Now I'm going to add in the marble effect, and there's a couple of different ways that you can do this, but I'm going to do this by just adding a couple of drops of my red pigment on my spoon, and then I'm going to barely mix it into my resincrete. And even that amount of mixing was probably a bit too much because once you start pouring it into your mold, you can see how fast it spreads. And now I'm going to wait for this to harden up.
2 hours later.
It's been about 30 minutes, so this is fully solid now, and I'm going to demold it, and then it'll take about 2 hours for this to fully cure, but yeah, we're done. For our next project, we're going to make a terrazzo style incense holder, and I'm going to be using this mold that I got from Nicole. And then to make this project, I'm going to be using up the rest of my buwanite. I'm going to start out by making the small colorful pieces of chips that are going to give us our terrazzo effect. I'm going to measure out a small amount of buwanite powder, about 25 grams, and then I'm going to add in about 8 grams of the liquid, and I'm going to mix it together. Next, I'm going to add in my pigment, which is a green color, but it kind of looks more aqua. And now that it's all mixed in really well, I'm going to pour the buwanite onto a wax sheet of paper, and I'm going to spread it out semi-thin. If you can see the wax paper through the buwanite, it's too thin. I mixed up some more buwanite, and I added in 2 drops of the red pigment, and it gave me this hot pink color. Once again, I'm going to spread the buwanite onto the wax paper nice and thin, and then I'm going to let these dry up for a few minutes. Okay, so now I mixed up some more buwanite, still 25 grams of powder to 8 grams of liquid, and now I'm going to try to mix up a purple color. I added in 1 drop of the red and 1 drop of the blue, and I was so scared I was going to add in more drops by accident. But yeah, I mixed everything in together and it did give me the purple. And then here I'm spreading in some buwanite that I mixed up with a blue color. And now I'm adding in that purple I mixed together. let these dry for about half an hour and then I was ready to break them up into little pieces. Here's the first set dry, and I'm just peeling away the tiny pieces on the edge that aren't gonna work. And now I'm gonna break up the large piece into small chunks. I'm gonna do the same thing with the pink piece. And you can leave these chunks on the bigger side or on the smaller side. It kind of just depends on your preference or whatever type of mold that you're working with. Here are my little chips, and I really like how the colors look together. Moving on, I'm gonna mix up some more buwanite to finish up our project. I added in about 105 grams of the liquid to 300 grams of the powder. The buwanite kit came with a black color, and so I was going for a dark gray here, and so I only needed to add in a few drops to achieve that. Make sure to mix the color in well, and what I love about this stuff is that it doesn't clump up at all. Okay, so I'm ready to add in my little chips now, and make sure to mix them in there well. Now I'm ready to pour my mixture into the incense holder mold, and I'm going to tap out any little air bubbles, and then I'm going to let this cure for about 2 hours.
The following Thursday,
our incense holder is now ready to be demolded, and it came out looking great. You can like kind of see here where all like the little chip pieces are, so now all I have to do is sand this to get them to come out. Normally I would do this at the sink because you can just like keep rinsing there, but I want to show you guys how to do this. So I added some water into this bowl, and I'm going to dip my incense holder in there to make it easier for me to sand. And I'm using my sander that came in my buwanite kit to do this. Make sure to keep dipping your incense holder into the water to wash off some of that product that you're sanding away. And then you can see here that the little colored pieces are starting to show up now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just keep sanding until you get the desired look that you're going for. Okay, so this is what I ended up with, and I really love how this came out. And so yeah, we're done. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment and subscribe for more DIYs, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!